Hello and welcome to tutorial number 3. So, as I promised, this will be a gameplay video. We will go through the game from the very beginning. Now, look, we already created a world for this before, but let's just start fresh and new again. So I'm going to go here. If you remember how to create a world, you can name this whatever you want. I'm going to call this tutorial final. And it'll be survival, difficulty is peaceful, no cheats. Data pack, nothing. Game rule, you do keep inventory after this on. Okay, and don't touch this, and go create new world. And then we just wait for it to create a world, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so here's our world. Pretty standard, not too bad. So we're going to use this to demonstrate how to play Minecraft. So again, this is your inventory by pressing E. You know your movement controls. I won't go over the stuff you already know from tutorials 1 and 2. So first thing you do, open up the coordinates by pressing F3 or F and F3 depending on your computer setup, and you're going to see that your spawn point, this is the world spawn, that's where you first spawn in the world, is about x negative 75 z 136. This is important to remember for later. So very first thing, you need to know your coordinates. So this number won't be very big, just in the tens or hundreds. It won't be like 1,000 blocks away from the origin, which is 0, 0. So the world spawn point shouldn't be too hard to remember. Now you go up to a tree and you have to punch it. Now remember, gravity doesn't work very well in Minecraft for most blocks, so if you break it, the tree won't fall down, it will just remain floating. So you can punch the wood with your hand. In real life, punching a wood with your bare fist is not going to work very well. Here, it's not very fast. I mean, fast compared to real life, but you can actually punch wood. So as you can see, I just collected the two logs. These are oak logs here. By punching, I can keep going. So I'll punch that one, and I will punch that one. See how the tree is now just floating? Because gravity doesn't very work, and wood is very soft in Minecraft, such that it's so soft you can just punch it with your bare hand, it'll drop in a few seconds. Now, there's no logs or wood supporting these trees, so the leaves are going to start disintegrating. You can make it disintegrate faster if you use your hand to break the leaves. So you don't have to wait for it to disintegrate. It's going to leave a mess if you just leave it to disintegrate. So now leaf blocks don't drop themselves the same way that logs do. So what leaf blocks do is, instead of dropping themselves, they have a chance to drop sticks or a sapling, but it's a chance. You can't guarantee it. So I got rid of this tree, and it looks like I got 3 saplings and 2 sticks. Alright, so we're going to continue now. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you some mechanics, and one is called crafting. So if you notice here in your right hand, it says crafting. There are 4 input slots and an output slot. In each input slot, you can put at most 1 thing, so you can have 4 things maximum. And the output slot is only 1 type of item, but you can have multiple counts. So 1 oak log crafts into 4 planks. Now what we can do is you can use the inventory controls. So remember the inventory controls that I showed you before? Remember all of these? Alright, so you can use your inventory controls up here as well. So what you want to do is you want to spread them out, one into each slot, and when you have 4 of them, you get what's called a crafting table. You drag it back down and you right click to place it on the ground. Right click on the crafting table, and now you notice it's still crafting, but now it's bigger. So there are a lot of things you cannot craft here, but you can craft here. You just have to use this 3x3, the crafting table. So you have to place it down, right click on the crafting table, and so we can keep going. So 1 is equal to 4. If I put 2 of them in, then I shift left click. That's 12 because I already had 4, so that gave me 8. Alright, I'll put this last one as well. So one thing you can craft is a pickaxe. So what you do is you put 3 of these on the top, and then these two down the middle, and you get a wooden pickaxe. Wood is not the only type of pickaxe you can get. There are better pickaxes, and you can see this very soon. So I'm going to get rid of this crafting table because I don't really need it right now. Right? I'll use my movement controls. I'll sprint all the way. And what you want to do is you want to look for stone. So this mountain here has stone in it, so that's great. So what you want to do right now is you want to use this, you want to mine the stone, but you have to do it with your pickaxe. If you do this with your bare hand, it's going to take a long time and nothing's going to drop. So I'm going to mine like, say, 6 stone, and then I'll show you more crafting. So now I want to craft a stone pickaxe because it's better than the wooden one. So how do I do that? Well, I need to replace the wooden planks with sticks, but I don't have sticks. Don't worry, I have planks. So you can actually craft stick from plank like this. Vertically 2 becomes 4. So I'm going to do that a few more times. I'll use my inventory controls. I have 16 sticks now and 5 planks. With the remaining 5 planks, you can craft a boat, which is very useful utility item. Boat allows you to go on water pretty fast. So now I'm gonna craft. So again, 2 sticks down the middle, I replace the planks with stone and I'll get a stone pickaxe. Right, that goes up here. And now what I can also craft is the stone axe. So instead of this here, I put this down here, and you can notice that the crafting recipes somewhat resemble the item you get. Not very well, but it somewhat resembles. So what an axe does is it allows you to chop wood faster. Notice how slow it was to chop our crafting table. It's gonna be a much faster, and stone pickaxe will also be faster than a wooden one, as you can see. I'm gonna just mine a bit more stone. Say you want to get let's see, how much do we want to get? All right, that's enough stone. So now we can craft a shovel. So just like that, that's the recipe for a shovel. And the shovel allows you to collect dirt items faster and things like sand and gravel. So this is dirt. This is actually grass block. It's dirt with grass growing on it. If you mine it, it just drops regular dirt. If you place it down again, now there's no grass on it. So you can use your shovel to pick up dirt. Alright, so now you understand shovel. I'll also craft another important thing is you can do this stone ceramic as a furnace. Now a furnace allows you to smelt or cook or bake or things along those lines. So and it requires fuel as I'll show you later. So now we are done here, and what do we want to do now? Well, let's see. This here is a stone with black particles. It's called coal ore, and when you drop it, it gives you coal. So this is coal, and what coal allows you to do is it allows, first of all, it's a good fuel, and apart from being a fuel, it can also be used to craft things like torches and campfires. So I'll show you some of these things. So a torch, stick, coal is 4 torches. I'm going to repeat for the remaining ones. And torches light up the world. So when you're in a dark, dark place, say I go down here, and then I cover this up. It's really dark, right? But if I have the torch, it's really light again. If I get rid of the torch, it's really dark again. So it's just for lighting. Alright, I'll mine the remaining coal as well, because coal is very nice. Now remember, this is not the only way to play the game. There are many ways to play the game, and some are fast, some are slow, some are quiet, some are adventurous, some are more, stationary, you stay in one place. It all depends on your playstyle. So I mined a bunch of coal, so I have 15 coal now. I'll put that away. Don't need any more torches. Now watch, I'm going to break this crafting table with an axe and see how fast it is. See? Much faster. Okay. Okay, so there's more coal right here. Guess I'll grab some of it because coal is a very consumable item and you want to be able to have quite a few of it. Alright, that's good enough for now. I mean, there's a few more, I guess. I'll take that as well. Probably not too many. Okay, that's good. We have 25 coal. That's sufficient for a while. Alright, so there's more trees. Now I'm gonna chop the trees with an axe. For my personal preferences, I only chop trees down to leaf level, so like this, so that the block, this way they will not disintegrate and make a mess everywhere, so that's a good thing. Alright, so now we are heading on to plains. Okay, so you can see there are animals like cows, which is good for food, but we don't really need food. They drop other things as well. So one way you can, now axe, as we said, is for cutting wood, but it can also be used as a weapon. Now, if you notice this as damage, so a stone pickaxe will do 3 damage, shovel is 3.5, but the axe is 9. So that's why axe is the best weapon. So we just do that. When you jump onto it and hit it, it does more damage. So even though the cow has 10 health, when I did that, the cow died in 1 hit because what you did is called a critical hit, or crit hit for short, or crit, and basically allows you to deal more damage. So even though it does 9, it actually deals about 13.5 damage because of the crit. Alright, enough about that. So for sheep, you don't have to because they only have 8. Oh, oops, maybe they don't. Okay, if they don't die in 1 hit, they'll start running around. You have to chase after them, but it's actually fine. One other thing you may notice by this point is durability. So when you use a tool to mine something, it loses 1 durability. If you use it to hit something as a weapon, it loses 2. When it has no durability, it breaks. So here, again, I'm going to hit the sheep. Notice it died in 1 hit despite not landing on it with a fall. That is because sheep have less health than cows and they can die in 1 hit. So I'll just do some sprint jumping to make myself faster, and I'll try to crit these cows. Okay, the crit failed, so I have to 2-shot them. Let's try that one. Okay, that failed as well. I'm not very good at critting, so if it doesn't work, then right, that also failed. It's pretty embarrassing, but again, you don't have to know how to crit. It's peaceful. If you need 2 hits, then use 2 hits. If you don't, then use 1 hit. It's actually not that easy to crit, but it's nice to know the mechanics at least. Alright, so I got all the cows here, and now what I'm getting is raw meat. So what you want to do is you want to cook the raw meat. But how do you do that? Well, I'm going to show you. First, I'm going to get rid. Don't kill babies. They don't drop anything. Wait for them to grow up first. So never kill babies until they grow up. Alright, let's try that one. Okay, still failed. As you can see, it's not easy to crit. Alright, so where am I? There's one more cow over there. Guess I'll give that a shot. Alright, cool. And there's pigs as well, but I'm not gonna kill everything, just to save time. This here is a ravine. We also don't have to worry about that too much right now, so I guess just stay put. Why is there light here? Because this is a lava pool and it's naturally generated lava. Don't go in there. If you go in there, you will die. Because remember, lava does damage. Alright, so we're gonna cook this now. So there are different ways to cook it. One way is to use a campfire. So what you want to do is you want to craft a campfire, which the recipe looks like that. Okay, and you put down the campfire, and then you just put your raw meat on there, like that. Now I don't have a lot of wood here, so I'm just gonna go chop more wood so I can make more campfires. Because campfires take a while, and I don't want to wait for it all the time, so it's gonna be nice if I can get a bit more wood here for the campfires. Right, let's do that one as well, I guess. Alright. Okay, we can now make a bit more campfires. Oh, see, they finished cooking, now it's cooked meat. So raw meat becomes cooked meat. I'll go over the items in my inventory once we get more settled. So first I'll craft some, let's see here. Some sticks, and then I'll just okay. Alright, so we have some more campfire now. So we have 5 campfires, so each campfire can accept 4 meat, so I'm just gonna fill all of them Notice when if I stand on campfire, you will take damage, so avoid trying to stand on top of them. There's another way to cook food is to use furnace, but furnace requires fuel, so campfire is usually better. So I'm just going to cook my food using the campfire and then just wait for it. Meanwhile, I'll go over some of the things right here. So this is cooked food. This one's called steak, and you can see it's called cooked beef down here. One thing you want to do is okay, let me just collect these meats first. And okay, so we have 20 steak and 4 mutton. That is a lot of food. In addition, we have some wool because when you kill sheep, they drop wool. So this is white wool, that's black wool. You can create a bed with wool, but since they're different color, you can't do that yet. Sticks, we know saplings, we know dirt. I mean, I mined that with my shovel, you know that. Okay, and we have all sorts of leather. It comes from cows. And I'll put the meat away because we don't really need it right now. And I'm just going to get rid of the campfire because now we don't need it. Campfires do not drop themselves, they drop coal, which is kind of nice, I guess. They actually drop charcoal, which is just another way, different type of coal. You get it from smelting wood, but it's essentially the same as coal. Alright, so what do we do now? Now we need to find iron. How do we do that? Well, remember that big ravine we saw? So what we want to do is we want to jump into the ravine. However, if you just jump into it normally, you're probably going to die. So instead of jumping normally, you want to jump into it such that you hit water, because when you land in water, you don't take fall damage. Now, before that happens, I do want to make a bed, and since they're different color, I have to dye them to make them the same color. You cannot dye colored wool, you can only dye white wool. So we want to dye the white wool to be like black wool. So first we need to find squids, because squids drop ink sacs, and ink sacs are useful for creating color. So here's some squids here. So what you want to do is you can't really crit very well in water, so you don't crit. Just try to hit them normally with your axe. And after a few hits, it will die. So this one dropped 1 ink sac. I need 2 ink sacs. So that one. Okay, it died too. Alright, so now I have ink sacs. You can craft ink sacs into black dye, and black dye combined with white dye into black wool. Now, we are off to go. So now with black wool, we can make a black bed, but we need wood for that. So I'm going to chop that tree down, this one, right? And we can create our logs as usual. And I guess I'll create another crafting table in case the first one I lost it, so just for backup purposes. And in addition to crafting table, I'm going to craft a bed. So a bed is going to be 3 planks on the bottom, 3 wool of any matching color, and you'll get a matching bed. So this is a black bed. Place it down, right click on it, you can sleep. When you sleep, notice it's nighttime, but when you sleep, now it's daytime. It just skips the night for you. It's very nice. Right, so that's sleeping. A good habit you get into is to sleep every night. On peaceful, it doesn't matter a lot, but it's still a good habit. So now we have our bed set, we have a boat, we have a bed, we have some other random things, and we can get ready to do some stuff. So again, we just want to be able to go down here. So now you notice you want to jump into the water, which is here, so that you don't die from falling. So I'm going to try and jump into the water, and I hit. If you didn't make it into the water, you're going to die from that. So now what you want to do is you want to find iron, so things like this. So you want to mine those. So they look like coal ore, but instead of black particles, it's copper colored particles. And so that is iron. It's not copper. Copper is actually darker in tone and it doesn't exist in this version, so don't worry about it too much. Right, so I got 8 iron. So here's more iron here. It's too tall. How do I reach it? Well, here's how you reach it. You don't. For now, you put down a furnace, and remember how smelting works? Well, I never showed you, but with smelting, you can put things on the top, like raw food, but I use campfire for that. And I'm gonna put what I want to smelt, so iron ore on top, and I'm going to put a fuel underneath. So there are different types of fuel. A pretty common type of fuel is wooden things. So this wooden pickaxe can be a fuel, but instead I'm just going to use a charcoal. And I'm just going to wait for the smelting to occur. And I'm going to also put down a crafting table. One thing that's worth noting is the offhand. So this is your main hand from third person view. If you put this, press F, it goes into your offhand, and now you can still use it, but it's more convenient because now you can hold like a pickaxe and a torch together. So that's very nice. If you're a beginner, which you probably are if you're watching this tutorial, and you are too confused about this offhand thing, don't worry about it. When it finishes smelting, iron ore becomes iron ingot and it collects on the outside. So I'm going to collect these 3. Well, there's another one, 4. And I can make a bucket. What a bucket allows you to do is it allows you to collect water. So remember water elevator? This is a naturally generated one. So I'm just going to go up this water elevator for a little bit. And when I'm at the top, I see this water. I'm going to collect it with the bucket by right-clicking. Oops, that did not work because I haven't something on my offhand, which is a torch. So when I miss, it'll place a torch instead. Alright, so I have a water bucket now, which is very useful as you will see. You can use it to break your fall. So here's some more free iron. I guess why not take that since I'm here already. Right, here's more iron. And what a water bucket allows you to do is allows you to go down and place it down right before you hit the bottom, and it will not do fall damage. So if I just do this right now and hit this block underneath, I take fall damage. However, if you place down a water when you hit, oh, I still took fall damage because that MLG failed. I'm going to attempt to do that again just to show you a point. I'm not very pro either, so if I make mistakes, it's fine. Alright, I'm just gonna go up higher, so I'll show you how to go up in a little bit. I'll do MLG first. Oops, this torch is becoming a little crazy. Let me see. Alright, so where's my water? Wait, where did my water go? Oh, I think I made a mistake and my water is gone. That's fine. Here's another source block. Alright, so I'm going to try and show that again without messing up this time. Hopefully. Come on. Alright. Alright, so I'm up here now. So what you want to attempt to do is you want to attempt to drop down and place a water bucket before you land. This will reduce fall damage. So I'm going to wait for that water to drain. And when it does, and there's no water underneath, I'm going to try and attempt an MLG. So when you do this with a water, it's called an MLG. I'm not quite sure what it stands for, but just kind of accept it. So I'm going to try and drop down and place down. Okay, that also failed. One last attempt. If not, I'll show you in a separate video. Looks like I'm not having a very good day today with this stuff. Oh, come on. Okay. Right back here. I'll wait for that to drain. Meanwhile, while I wait for that to drain, I'm going to mine some of this gravel. So gravel usually drops gravel, but there's a chance it drops flint. And, okay, so here's a flint. What you can do is you can craft a flint and an iron together to get flint and steel. It's a very useful thing because flint and steel, let me sort out my inventory. Okay, what a flint and steel allows, it allows to set a block on fire. For example, if I want to set this block on fire, I can just right click it. And after a while, it will go away. If you don't want it to wait, then you can just left click it and the fire will go away. Alright, so there's no water. Last MLG attempt. Alright, that worked. So as you can see, I did not take fall damage when I fell down. Alright, now how to climb walls with water. So the way you do it is you place it down, and then when you're up here, you get rid of the wire, and then quickly you place it somewhere higher. And then once you get to the top, you break it, you place it somewhere higher. If you break it, you can place it somewhere higher. You can collect it, collect it, place it. That's how we're going to get out of the ravine. But before that, here's some more iron, so we might as well mine this. So just place the blocks appropriately. Remember, you can only jump up one tile, so you have to be able to position yourself in order to mine these things. Right? I'll get this iron. I'll get that iron. I'll get that iron. Alright, is there more iron nearby? If you don't know, you can always check with third person. Oh, so there's iron to the left. So if you're in first person, you can't see it, but if you're in third person, you can. That's why third person is helpful sometimes. So you just want to be able to come over here. You're just going to jump up here, and you're going to grab this iron. Don't worry about this. This is diorite. It's very useless. It's just a filler block instead of stone. It's very, very useless. Alright. Let's go back down. Okay, that kind of worked. Now you know how to climb up walls and avoid fall damage with a water bucket. This is a very important skill, and I'm not even very good at it, but at least I know the principle and I can show you how it works. Alright, so we have more iron. What do? We smelt it. So let's put 8 of them here. One coal or charcoal can smelt 8 items at once. That's a good number to know for the future. Alright, so we have some more iron. We're gonna deal with it later, but for now, I don't think we really need more iron, do we? We have a bucket of water. We have a flint and steel, which can be used to set things on fire. We have a water bucket, which can climb walls and break falls. We have flint and steel to set fire. So I think for utility, we're actually not too bad right now. So we're gonna get some more iron from this, and we're gonna see what we can do with it. Right, I'll just take some of these out as they smelt. Okay, so something you can craft with iron is a pickaxe. So again, same thing. It's better than both the wooden and the stone one, so we don't really need that anymore. And you can do the same for an axe and a shovel. So I'll do an axe, and I'll do a shovel. And I'm out of sticks, so I craft more sticks. Right, we did shovel, and there's more iron. And now we have 10 pieces of iron left. So what we can do is we can craft a sword as well. Now notice a sword is it actually is very similar to axe. It's used to do damage. It cannot chop wood faster. Swords only have 6 damage, but axe has 9. But sword attacks faster, so you have to wait less time between attacks. So it's still nice to have one. And now remaining 8, I'll just make a chest plate. This is armor, and it reduces damage. It doesn't reduce all types of damage, like when you drown or fall or starve, it doesn't reduce the damage, but if you fall into lava, it will let you survive longer. It allows you maybe time to get out. So that's a chest plate. Notice this armor bar comes up and it tells you how much armor you have. Don't worry about the details for now, but it's nice to know that armor exists. Alright, we're gonna get out of here now. So we're gonna use our water bucket, and we're gonna slowly grind our way up to the top. I'm going to actually oops, I think I messed up. Alright, so I'm going to actually move the torch out of the offhand because it's interfering with the water process. I'm just going to collect it. Let's see, where else is the source block? So these are not actually water collectible. You have to go up to the source block where the water actually originated from. You can notice it's pretty dark here, but it doesn't really matter because we're trying to get out anyways. Alright, we're out of here. Let's try to MLG this. Alright, that succeeded, and I did not take fall damage. And it's nighttime, so we place our bed and we just sleep. And when the next day comes, we can get ready to get out of here. Right. So, guess I'll leave the torch out for now. Alright, what do we do? Oh. So I'll get the source block, and I'm going to just climb up. You have to find a good angle. So this is a good place for climbing up because the walls are pretty smooth. So I'm going to start here. And just slowly grind our way to the top. If you see red or like gray or things like that, that's just andesite, granite, or diorite. They're all useless, and they're all just purely in the game to annoy you. And sometimes for good decoration, but mostly useless. Right. Alright, so here's some more iron. Guess since we're here, I'll take that. It's nice to have more iron because right now we just have a chest plate, right? And it will be great if we can get some more iron stuff. Apart from just a chest plate, we can get some other things. That would be really neat, right? So let's see here. We will run into some trouble while stacking up like this. For example, if you notice here, on top we have a ceiling that's blocking our way and we can't go up anymore. So what you can do is you can put a block down beneath it, and you can put another one down, like right here. You want to not fall while doing this, so you have to be careful. Okay, so I put a block there. What that block enables me to do is it enables me to stand on the ledge without falling too much down. Alright, now I can actually go to the top despite being there an obstruction. So we're at the top now. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to kill pigs, but now we have flint and steel, we don't have to cook our food anymore. You set the pig on fire by putting the flint and steel on the block it's on, and then you just hit it with an axe or sword. And now that will drop you cooked meat instead of raw meat, so it's very convenient. So I'm going to put the flint and steel in my offhand to demonstrate the point. You can right click, it's the same thing in your offhand or left hand. If you right click, it allows you to place it on the fire. Left clicking with your while holding your sword will do the damage. So I'm gonna hold the axe in my right hand and the flint and steel in my left hand, and I'm gonna kill some chicken with it. So okay. Right? You don't even have to hit it. Chickens don't have a lot of health. So you can just use flint and steel and that's probably sufficient. Come on, don't move. Oops. Yeah, you can't, exception, don't hold your shovel. It will turn the grass into a grass path instead of setting the block on fire. Hold like axe or something. Right, that chicken's on fire. Come on, die, die, die. Okay, good. And here's another chicken. It's good to get passives because they drop useful things and you want to be able to, that didn't really work. Come on. Come on. Alright. Let's just wait for it. Okay, so we got some feathers. Feathers are useful, but I won't explain how. Just know that they're useful for the time being. And then, okay, so here's another pig. I guess I'll leave the rest of the passives alone. We don't have to kill all of them, but it's good. It's nice to have some of it. So the pig had more health, so you want to stab it once with your, or hammer it once with your axe afterwards. Kill this chicken, and that chicken. Oh, that failed. That chicken. Okay, the chicken died. This one died as well. Right, we're getting a lot of chicken. We have some feathers. Don't see any more passives. I'm using passives as a synonym to animals because they are passive animals. They don't hit you when you hit them. Hostile ones will hit you. So, for example, spiders, and they are considered neutral because if you don't hit them, they don't hit you. If you do hit them, then they will hit. Oh, look what this is. This is very important. This here is called sugarcane. Now, I've shown you this in tutorial 2. It's a very useful thing. Just take my word for it. We're going to farm it later. I'm going to do that. Oh, it jumped into the water. No, it didn't. Alright, I'll stab it. I'm still getting cooked food. And one more. Let's hit that one. Boom. Boom. Right. Think that should be good enough. I'll kill this one last pig here, and I'll get out of here. Come on, die. Right, good, we're out of here. So now, I'm going to leave some of the pigs and chickens because then you can farm them later. More on that in a bit. So we're going to So one thing we can do right now is we can make ourselves a base. I'm going to do this very close to the lava pool here, not because I want to be reminded by something close that might kill us, but for a future purpose. I'm going to build my base really close to the lava pool. So first of all, we need to make our base a little higher so it's offset from the rest of the ground. That's at least my preference. What you can do is you can create yourself a water elevator. So dig one block down, and we don't have a lot of blocks, so I might as well mine some dirt just so I have some more blocks to work with. Right? That's not nearly sufficient, but it is what it is. And then you just want to put your base, you just want to stack yourself up a bit. Let's say I wanted to go to y equals 80. It's probably good. And then you will just do that. Now we're playing peaceful, it doesn't matter, but it's a good idea to light up your base regardless of what difficulty. So I'm going to actually put a torch right here to light up my base, and then I'm going to put this water bucket in. Notice that, and I well, assume you remembered everything we talked about last time. Um, by doing this, the water elevator will not spread around randomly, and now you're able to get up onto your base very easily. So here's our base again. And now we're just going to make it a little bit bigger, but I'm out of blocks, so it doesn't really matter. Before I expand the base, though, I'm going to show you something here. I don't have a lot of iron. Maybe I should smelt first. Alright, I'll smelt these irons. I'll give it like coal or something, and meanwhile I'm going to chop some wood. Notice iron axes faster than the stone one. Each time you upgrade in tier from wood to stone to iron, it gets faster, and it will do more damage as well. So that's very nice. Okay, that should be enough for now. Okay, I think I am ready to show you something else. So now I've taken some more iron out. So if I craft another bucket, notice something. So here's a block of lava. So I collected the lava. If you put a block of lava inside water, it turns into obsidian. Now, you might be asking, how is this useful? Well, obsidian is a very hard material. You cannot actually mine it. So if I try to mine it, it won't break because it's really hard. You have to have a very special type of pickaxe in order to get through it. More on that later. But what this allows you to go, it allows you to go to the nether. Remember we talked about dimensions briefly in the first tutorial video. I never bothered to talk to you about what the nether is. It's another dimension you can go from here, and the way you do is you build a portal, and that portal, guess what? It's made of obsidian. So you need a lava pool. That's why I built it, so I can make a nether portal. So here's how you make a nether portal. First, you need a base. Now, again, I don't have a lot of blocks right now, so I'm going to mine some more dirt. Okay, right. It's probably still not enough. Mine some more dirt. Come on. Alright, so let's talk about the nether. I know this is a very fast-paced tutorial video, but watch it a few times if you don't understand. Right, so very first thing you should do is you should make yourself you should make a base. So you want to go up 3 here, and then a bit away here you want to put another 1, and then you want to put 2, and then just 4 down. So let me see, like that. So what this base allows you to do is seeds. Alright, I'll talk about seeds briefly. I kind of forgot about that. These are tall grass, they're like weeds. But if you break them, there's a chance, just like gravel has a chance of dropping flint, this has a chance of dropping a seed. It's not a very big chance. It's definitely less than half. It's about 1/8, I think, 1 out of 8. And when you do it, it drops seeds, and seeds can be used to farm wheat, which is a good type of food and for other purposes. So again, we're here. So what we right now want to do is we want to make a nether portal, and I'm gonna close this off so it doesn't affect our so when creating it, it doesn't affect our water bucket and stuff. Sorry, water elevator and stuff. It's oh oops, I set myself on fire. Maybe I shouldn't hold this in my offhand right now. Okay, if you set yourself on fire, you can just use water to extinguish yourself. All right, so you put another block up, and then when you put this down, it starts flowing, right? It just flows like this, which is not very nice looking. But now go up to the lava pool, take a lava, and just fill it. So first of all, these two blocks here should need to go. These two below. And you want to put, I have two buckets, so I can actually fill two lava, which is going to be faster. So you need 10 in total. So you want to do 1, 2. Watch this a couple of times if you don't understand. It's not that easy. And again, this is your first tutorial, so it's not like everything you're gonna get at once, but it's nice to know. So 3, 4. Notice these are not actually in the water, but they're touching the water, so it still counts. And 5. And then on this side, 6. And then you can probably guess these two. It has to be symmetrical, right? 7, 8. And now the last two has to go up there. And so it will be a little bit messy looking. I'm going to actually I'm actually going to use this oh, I need to collect 2, not 1. My fault, my fault. Forgot to collect the other one. Alright, so let's do that. And then this one will be here, one will be there. So you want to put 9. And finally, last one, 10. Alright, now you just collect the water. You don't need it anymore. You can get rid of the water. Right, that's gonna flow. Let's just wait for it to do its thing. It's raining now, it doesn't really matter. If you want to clear the weather and you don't like the rain, just sleep. Apart from skipping the night, it will also give you sunny weather, which is good. So I'm using this to skip the night. And now you don't really need the space anymore, so I'll get rid of part of it. This thing is missing a few edges, it doesn't really matter. You can fill it with dirt if you want. And now we don't need the protection around the water elevator anymore. And so now this doesn't look like very exciting, right? I'll fill this as well. Alright, so this is a nether portal. Now, it probably doesn't look very exciting right now, right? Because it's very bland. Well, it's because this portal hasn't been activated yet. Take your trusty flint and steel, right-click on the obsidian. Watch that. This is going to allow you to go to the nether. We are not going to go to the nether right now because that is too complicated. We're going to hold off on that. We built our portal. Now we don't need the lava pool anymore. So we can actually get rid of the lava pool. So just pour water over it. Lava will disappear. It'll all turn to obsidian. But we don't care now. We don't need this lava anymore. So for our own safety, I'm just getting rid of the lava. Right, lava is gone. We can go back to our stuff. So there's some iron in here. I guess we don't even have to do anything about that. And we're out of here. So now we're going to talk about our base. So ignore this. I know this looks fascinating. If you go in, it will start swirling and stuff, but like, don't worry about the nether portal. We just built it for our future reference. One thing we can do right now is we can mine some more dirt to expand our base. And then I'll show you some stuff about storage, because you can see our inventory is getting a bit clumpy now. First, let's make our base a little bit bigger. Let's say, oops, wrong block. And let's say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, cool. This space is a little bigger now. We can actually do some stuff with it. We can put a crafting table here permanently because it is our base. We want to be able to craft. I'll just put it in the floor because it's easier to access this way. So I'll just put it there. I'll also put some furnaces down. We don't have a lot. I'll just put 1 furnace for the time being. We're probably going to make a few more furnaces. Here, let's make another furnace. But we're gonna leave it in our inventory. Alright, so one furnace and one crafting table down. And now one thing you can craft is chests. So using your inventory control, this is the formula for a chest, and it's a very nice item. You need to learn to craft chests because it's crucially important for storage. So I just made a few chests, and here's how they operate. Before that, I'm first going to, grab some of this dirt that I just dropped. I could probably expand my base again. Just one more layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll also put down the bed, because and that's going to be our respawn point. When you right click on the bed in the daytime or at nighttime, when you do it at the daytime, it doesn't actually sleep. It'll say you can only sleep at night, but it still sets your respawn point. So now if you die, you don't spawn at the world spawn, you respawn here. The coordinate of our base is -151, 80, 168. It's nice to know your coordinate, not only of the world spawn, but also of your base. Right, so let's make this a little bit brighter. Put down 2 torches here. Let's say one here. And then we obviously need a bit more wood, so I'm just gonna go chop a few more trees. Okay. Alright, so how many chests do we want? We want about 4 chests. Right. So we have 4 large chests. Notice if you put a small chest next to another one, they become a large chest, so that's convenient. So we have 4 ones. Here's how I'm going to organize my stuff. This chest you put ores in. So coal and charcoal would be considered ores. Iron is a core, so you put that in. On the bottom half, you put food. So we have cooked chicken, pork chop, mutton, steak. That can all go in there, and then we just leave it for now. This one we're going to put utilities, so seems like I guess flint and steel that can go in there. A bucket for sure. Put the bucket in there. What else is utility here? I guess we'll leave it for now. And then down below we just put raw material like feathers and leather, and I think that's it. Now this one we're going to put blocks. So diorite. Guess I'll keep cobble on me. What else? What other blocks do we have? Not much, just 2 diorite. Okay, that's it for now, I guess. This one we're gonna put trash. So things like outdated tools. We have iron tools, so these stone tools are not useful anymore. We can put that in there. And up here, so that's for trash. Sorry, I'll put it here. And then up here, I'll put farm items. So saplings will be nice. I'll put saplings here. And I'll put wheat seeds and sugarcane, which can both be farmed. I'll just organize my inventory a little bit. Oh, gravel. Right, that's a block. I forgot. I'll put that here. Okay, now this is also outdated. We don't really need it. And then now in raw materials, we can also put other things. Here, I'll get rid of these for now. My personal preference is to put planks first, then, sorry, yeah, here, planks first and sticks, and then other things. Always planks and sticks first. I'll keep the boat in my inventory because it's useful. I'll also keep that in my inventory. And then in my hotbar, sorry, and these guys, crafting table furnace can go in my inventory. Alright, I'm kind of out of stone, so it'll be nice if I can grab a little bit more stone. Thankfully, there's stone right here, so might as well grab some of this. Alright, that's probably enough stone. Actually, no. We want more fernite, right? Sorry, furnaces. Fernite is a colloquial way to say the plural of furnace. You can use furnaces if you want. I might refer to them as fernite from time to time. Just understand. It's like a Minecraft meme. Don't worry about too much. Right, so going back here, I'm gonna craft 2 more furnaces. And we're just going to stash them one here, and one here. Oops, that kind of failed. Oh well, don't worry about it too much. I make mistakes. Alright, so we have 3 furnaces in the crafting table. And 4 chests. So again, this is food and ores. That's raw material and utility. That is blocks, and that is trash and farm related stuff. And now we're just going to go ahead and do some other things. So we have some dirt. I guess I can go in here. Keep this in my hotbar. Alright, so what we can do now is we can start a farm. So how do you farm? One thing that's worth to know is you need to go a little bit lower for a farm, which means I'm actually going to put an extra block down here. It's not always easy for as far as placement is concerned, but I'm going to put an extra block down here. Now you might be thinking, why is that useful? Well, you're going to see. First, we're going to decide how big we want the farm to be. It's usually a good size for a farm is 7 times 7, because that only requires 1 water block. Instead, we're going to use a different type. We're going to use a strip farm, which is not going to be square but rectangle, because that is easier for some other things. So first, I'm just going to go ahead and collect some more dirt. We need a lot more dirt. So even if I mine this entire X lava pool out, it's probably not a big deal. Just dig your way. Now notice the durability of the shovel is decreasing a lot. That is expected because you are using it a lot to mine. If you do this with your hand, it's so much slower, so always use your best shovel. If it's iron shovel, then so be it. If it's stone shovel, then so be it. Right. Back up here now. So the reason we put an extra block is so that I can now put underneath here, and what you want to do is you just want to put quite a bit of this stuff here. Let me see, how big do I want this farm to be? I can probably do up to 3 layers on each side, and then with 2 layers of buffer. I'll explain what that means. Right, that's probably good enough. So I want to do 3 layers. So 1, 2, 3. And now I want 2 layers of buffer, so 1, 2. And we're going to fill this in. We're probably going to run out of blocks, but don't worry, we're just going to keep going and survive through it. Okay, so that's our frame for that side. And we're also going to frame this other side. Again, we want 2 blocks of buffer, so it's good that we... the buffer is just so that when you harvest, you don't accidentally fall off. So here we have 3 blocks of farm and 2 blocks of buffer. So we're going to put our trusty, and of course we ran out of blocks. Don't worry, I'll fix it. Have some more dirt, I guess. Put that here. Alright, so we did run out of blocks as expected, but we're just gonna go mine some more. Before we do that, it's probably worth sleeping, just so it doesn't ring and stuff, and it's gonna get annoying, so we're sleeping for a bit. And we're just gonna keep mining dirt. I'm not gonna mine from the lava pool anymore, because it's probably not the best source of dirt. I'll just mine elsewhere. You can, remember a stack is 64, so you want to get about a stack this time. So I have 31, that's about half a stack. Let me go get a bit more. Okay, 43. Let's get a bit more. Let's get that one as well. 57, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Okay, 63, 64. Exactly 1 stack. Nice. Alright, let's come back up here and fill in our farm. So do not fill in this middle portion. It exists for a reason. And otherwise, you just want to leave the middle trough empty. Now, one issue with this farm is it's not very lighted, so at nighttime it'll be really dark. So in order to fix that, we're going to give it some light. So on the upper end of the buffers, so here, here, and I guess here, you can place torches. And then same thing here, you want one here, and you want a torch here, and you want probably a torch here as well. All right. So now that now it's a little bit more lighted, but along the buffer you can actually count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So what you can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not too bad. So I'm just putting a little bit more light wherever I can fit so that the entire thing is not too dark. Alright, that's probably good enough for now. It'll probably still be a little dark here around the middle, but don't worry about it. It's not going to be detrimental or anything. Alright, we're about to be out of blocks again. Why don't we mine a bit more? Sorry, if this seems boring, you can always skip ahead in the video if you don't want to watch me mine dirt, but it's nice to, know what you have to go through, and watching people is a good idea to make it happen. Oh, we got a hole in the ground. Better patch that. Okay. 40, 41. Alright, that's probably good enough for now. 46. That should fill in our thingy. The reason why I'm doing this with dirt, one is dirt is very easy to mine, and second of all, when you start a farm, you obviously can't farm things on stone, can you? So you have to use dirt. It's not like you have a choice over this kind of thing. Alright, I'll put the extra dirt here. Maybe I'll carry that as a block instead of stone. And remember we talked about seeds and sugarcane? This is where it comes in useful. So first of all, we are going to hydrate the farm. So I put the water here. Now I'm going to get rid of the water elevator. But if I put down a block here, in the middle here, if I collect, they'll both flow in. And when two flowing water blocks meet, they become a water source block. So now I create an infinite water source. So if you, not there, if you collect near the middle, they will always give you infinite water. It's a good mechanic to know. Don't worry about too much if you're confused. I can't remember if I talked about this in tutorial 2, but yeah, that's called the infinite water source. And so now I can actually collect water infinitely without it risking disappearance. So what do I do with this infinite water source? So, okay, so first of all, the trough was there before, so I can put water in. Now you want to create farmland. To do that, we're going to use a tool called a hoe. So, again, you can do this with wood, iron, stick, whatever, but here we don't really need an iron because it's not going to be any faster. So I'm going to use stone instead. Wood is too weak, so stone is good and cheap. So I'm just going to go around. So remember we set a block buffer of 2 blocks, so we're going to start here. This is 2 blocks. We're going to start here and we're going to just till. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 16. We're going to do another 16 here. So all right. So when you till it becomes farmland, and you might notice sometimes farmland will become brownish. That's because there's water near it. That's why there's a water here. It's to hydrate it. And I'll put this into my utility chest. And hydrated means it won't turn back to regular farmland, and crops there will grow much faster. That's why you always want water when you farm. I'm leaving this one not farmland because I'm trying to use it to do something to farm something special, sugarcane, which does not but like does not require farmland. So I'm leaving it empty on purpose. So I'm just gonna line. So I have 16 slots for sugarcane, so I'll just line them up. Some are empty right now, and I'll just put these guys. These are wheat seeds. I'll put them here, and I'll let the seeds grow, and I'll also let the sugarcane grow. You can actually see them grow after a while. So I've reserved 32 slots for wheat and 16 slots for sugarcane. This is called the occupancy. Now notice why I put sugarcane here is because sugarcane has to be planted right next to the water. Wheat can be a little bit farther, but not like much farther away, like 2, 3 blocks away is fine, but sugar has to be 1 block away. All right, so this iron shovel is almost used up, so I'm going to just put it away for the time being, and I'm going to craft a new one for ourselves. Where are our sticks? Okay, while that's happening, I'm going to go collect some more seeds. So again, you just break the grass. It's not that hard. And one quick way to do this is with water, but it'll leave a mess, so I prefer not to use water. I'll just collect it like that. Right, we got 8 seeds, 10 seeds, 11, 12, 13, that's a lot, 14, come on, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right, we go over there, there seems to be a lot over here, 20, 21, 22, 23, okay, that's probably enough. 24, alright, that's enough, we don't need that many. I'll grab some of these and I'll probably do what to do this is not just for seeds, it can also be used to clear weed that you don't want. Alright, so back over here, we are going to plant the now I know these are not hydrated yet, but they will be, so it doesn't really hurt for you to pre-plant them. Okay, so we got all 16 of them here. I'll plant some of them over here. And so now, as you can see, all the wheat slots have been planted. I'll put the extra ones back. Now, sugarcane takes a while to grow, so I won't force it or anything. And there's no way to quickly get a bunch of the seeds, because the sugarcane is the seed itself, so I'll just leave it here for it to grow for a little bit. Just to change it up, I'm going to slightly decorate my thing, and I'm going to put, remember how useless this was? I'm going to use it in 2 places. I'm going to put it on the ends of my, I'm going to put this on the ends of my farms. I can do that, and there was one of that over here. I just noticed I'm missing the buffer layer over here, and since I like nice rectangles, might as well fill this into the top as well. Oops. Right, I'll put another torch here. And yeah, pretty nice. Running a little short on torches, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the remaining charcoal. I'm going to use all charcoal can be always used interchangeably with coal. Okay, what else do I want to show you in this video? Well, now that the farming is complete, so now all the blocks have been hydrated. That's nice. I'll slightly decorate with diorite, which is fine, I guess. And what we can do now is I will show you something else. So we have 2 iron, right? One thing you can do with these 2 iron, you can make a shears like that. Shears allows you to cut leaves so they don't drop sapling, instead they drop leaf flocks themselves, which is not very useful. But one thing allow you to do above all is they allow you to get wool without killing the sheep. So I'll show you an example. Oh, look. Okay, that's a cow. I'll kill the cow later. Okay, is there any sheep nearby? I think I saw one sometime. I guess don't worry about it. I'll go back and sleep first. Oh, there's a sheep. Right, so right click on the sheep with the shears. It will drop wool, but it will not kill the sheep. And then the sheep will eat, and it will probably just regenerate its wool. So that's a great thing, because now you can actually get the sheep to regenerate wool, and so you can get a big source of wool. Now, shears also has durability, so if you use it out, it's gone. Right, where were we? So we have 3 wool again. I guess I'll use those 3 planks and I'll make another bed. So I'll keep this bed on top of me. This bed I can use to sleep in my base, but I also want to carry a bed. So if I'm away from base, I can still sleep. Like I can just put down a bed wherever I am. So it's nice to have a bed in your base and another bed in your inventory. Okay, so it's the next day now. I'm gonna go kill that. I will go right now and I will kill the. Sorry, wrong tool. I will kill the cow, and I'll kill the cow and I'll also chop some wood. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry about the see me. Okay, so the cow is here now. Apparently it walked up here. Yeah, it's the same cow. Alright, so ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom! Alright, we got 2 leather and a steak. That's pretty nice. And I'll also go chop some wood as I promised earlier. So we're just gonna go and chop some more wood. Okay, maybe a bit more. Don't worry about flowers. They're mostly just for decoration. They can also be used to dye things, but it's not that important. Okay. Alright, so we got planks. We got sticks. We have quite a bit of stuff now. So we are ready to go to the next phase of our world, which is to go to the nether. Now, let's talk about the nether. The nether is just like the overworld, except there is no sky. Instead of the sky, there's a ceiling at y equals 128. So you're bounded both down and up. Like there is a floor and there's a ceiling, not just a floor and no ceiling. So that's the first difference. Second difference is in the nether, lava will spread further. So they'll flow further, they'll flow faster, and so lava is more dangerous. And the third thing is water does not exist in the water. If you bring a water bucket into the nether and place it down, instead of what you expect, which is probably water that flows out, it will just poof and disappear and the bucket becomes empty again. So water is completely does not exist in the nether. Right, that's I think all the differences I'll speak. It's also used for traveling and stuff, but don't worry about that too much. So we're in here now. So this is a nether portal. If you stay in there for a while, it'll take you to the portal. And so here's our nether spawn. Again, coordinates. In the nether, coordinates are counted separately than in the overworld. In the nether, my coordinate is negative 22, 82, 34. In the overworld, it's like in the hundreds, so it's a little different. So let's see what we can do here. So you can see how gloomy this place is. It's not like the overworld. There's nether quartz, which is a type of ore, but it's not very useful. And then there's gold, so this is useful. So you want to mine it. It drops gold nuggets, which I can show you how to use that later. Okay, so there's more gold here. There's some netherrack. Netherrack is a very soft block that you can collect with pickaxes. So it's kind of superior to dirt. So I'm going to get rid of the dirt. I'm going to use netherrack instead. Alright. Let's see. So let's get this very juicy vein of gold. You cannot MLG water in the nether because water doesn't exist, as I said. If you want me to prove it, I will. Just give me a second. I will show you what I mean. So if I put down this water, poof, it's gone. No water for you. Okay, what else? And you can clearly see there's a ceiling as well instead of a sky. So that's another difference I was talking about. Okay, flowers. Sorry, not flower, mushrooms. So mushrooms are things that just grow In the nether, they can grow in the overworld as well, but they're more common in the nether. And mushrooms are useful for a variety of things, but don't worry about too much now. Just know that mushrooms are in the nether, and we're going to collect some for later use. Okay, so this is a very dangerous nether spawn because if you look at the portal, behind the portal, it's actually empty. So we want to kind of fix this. So we're going to take our nether rack. We're going to close off the end of the portal. Alright, so now if you go through the portal by accident, you won't fall into the lava. Which is very nice. Okay, we're back here again. Let's use our infinite water source to get some of our water back. Okay, dirt can go in that chest now. I'm using netherrack. Mushrooms, raw material. Okay, now, when you craft nuggets like this, they become ingots. Notice they look like iron ingots, but they're yellow color. That's because they're gold ingots. And you can craft things with them. For example, boots. So now I have boots and I have chest plate. I'm a little bit more protected than just the chest plate. That's one way to do it. I'll put the extra nuggets in here for now. And we can just go and get some more gold, I guess, since now you kind of understand how the nether works. I know this is not the best tutorial, but it's what we have. Let's see if there's a way to get a bit more gold, because nether quartz is not very useful, but gold is. Nether quartz is used for one thing, but it's too early to explain that right now. So this seems like pretty bad terrain. So let's say I want to go down here, but it's too big of a fall. So how do you do that? Well, and since we cannot MLG water, what you do instead is you put yourself into a boat, like that, and you just go woo, boink. Alright, notice you did not die. Normally that fall would have killed you, but because you are in a boat, it actually does not suffer from the damage. This is why when you go down height in the overworld, you can either use a boat or more conveniently you can use MLG water, but in the nether you have to use a boat. There are other ways to MLG as well, but let's just not get into that. Right, I'll just get the gold that's why I came down here, so if I don't get it, it'll be a waste. Let's see what else is here. Oh, there's a lot of gold. Guess I don't have to commentate all the time because we kind of know what's going on. Okay, 45, that's pretty nice. And we're just gonna get a bit more. So the reason why I jumped down here with the boat is because I saw that it's a pretty flat area and it's gonna have a little more. So this red mushroom here, I'll also get that. Where else am I? Okay, so there's some gold up there. I'm not sure if I want to go up there. Okay, 64 and 2. 7 and a bit. Alright, I'll grab a little bit more. Now, okay, gold can also be found in the overworld, but they're much more common in the nether, which is why I highly recommend going to the nether if you like gold. Oh, here's more gold. Oh, more gold. This one should probably cut it. After we mine this, that should be enough gold. Let me see. Yeah, it's enough gold. Alright, now we just have to die to get back because it's going to be really hard for us to get back by walking to the portal. Because we have keep inventory, we have a good spawn point, we can just jump into the lava to kill ourselves. And then we're going to respawn back in our base. Because that's where the bed is. Alright, that's nice. Notice some of the wheat is already growing. Okay, so let's use our, let's craft more gold ingots. So now what do we do with the gold? Well, we have a chest plate and we have boots, but these two are still empty. So we want to craft a helmet and we want to craft leggings. Boom. Now we have a full set of armor. We have an iron chest plate and we have gold for everything else. So we have a golden helmet, a golden boots, golden leggings, and iron chest plate. This is what we look like. So we are fully armored and we have a lot more armor than we do if we are not wearing anything. So that is very nice. Mushrooms. Okay, so why did I care so much about mushroom? First of all, mushroom have a lot of uses, but for now, the most common use of mushroom is to make mushroom stew. So what you want to do is you want to take 3 wooden planks to get 4 bowls. That's how you craft. And a bowl plus a brown mushroom plus a red mushroom is a mushroom stew. Just like steak and stuff, that's a kind of food. They do not stack though, so they only stack to 1 instead of 64. That's a downside. The upside is when you eat this, the bowl, you don't eat the bowl as well. You just eat the stew itself. The bowl still remains. So when you eat a bowl of mushroom stew, it becomes a bowl instead of nothing. So then you can reuse the bowl to craft more mushroom stew. So that's the nice part. I'll put the mushroom stew inside the food as well, and the bowl inside yes, raw materials. And it's nighttime, so we'll sleep again. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. We did go over a lot of things. We learned how to make craft and smelt. We learned about mining. We did some farming. We built a portal. We went to the nether. We have full set of tools and a sword, and we have a full set of armor. So everything is very nice. I will see you in tutorial number 4. Bye bye.